Hello coin collectors and history enthusiasts, welcome back to my channel AZ Coins News. Today, first up we have an exciting journey into Australian numismatics, exploring the Australia 10 cents 1968 coin. If you own one with a brown and green shade in fine condition, stay tuned as we uncover its history, design, special features, and its current market value for collectors. Let's dive in. The 1960s were a transformative decade for Australia, especially in the monetary system. In 1966, the country transitioned from the old pound system to the decimal system, making coins like the 10-cent piece an essential part of daily transactions. The 10-cent 1968 coin was among the earliest issues of this denomination and has since become a cherished collectible. Though this coin was meant for circulation, variations in toning and wear, such as the brown and green shades found on some examples, make it a unique collector's item today. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this significant piece of Australian coinage. The reverse of the 10-cent coin was designed by Stuart Devlin, one of Australia's most celebrated coin designers. It features a striking image of a lyre bird, a native Australian bird known for its incredible mimicry skills. The intricate feather details add to the artistic appeal of this coin. The inscription 10 is prominently displayed to indicate the denomination. Flipping to the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin. This portrait was used on Australian coinage from 1966 to 1984, and remains one of the most recognized images of the Queen. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 1968. Some of these coins, especially those exposed to environmental conditions like humidity or improper storage, develop unique brown and green toning over time. While some collectors view this as damage, others see it as a natural part of the coin's history and aging process. These toned coins often become conversation pieces in collections. So, how much is this coin worth today? The 1968 Australia 10 cents coin varies in value based on its condition. In fine condition with brown and green shades, it typically sells for $82,000. However, in higher grades such as uncirculated or proof, the price can range $85,000 or more, especially if it has distinct and attractive toning. For collectors and investors in Australian coinage, this is an accessible yet historically significant piece. If you have one in exceptional condition, you could be holding a valuable asset. That wraps up our detailed look at the Australia 10 cents 1968 coin with brown and green shades. It's a fascinating piece of Australian history, and whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Next up, we have a fascinating topic, the Australia 10 cents 1988 coin with a unique golden shade. This coin is a remarkable piece with an intriguing history, distinct design, notable features, and an ever-growing collector's market. Stick around as we uncover everything about this coin, including its potential value in today's market. Let's get started. 1988 was a significant year for Australia. It marked the bicentenary of European settlement. During this time, the Royal Australian Mint produced a variety of coins, including the standard 10-cent piece. However, some of these coins have developed a golden shade over time, making them an interesting numismatic anomaly. The 10-cent coin, first introduced in 1966, has been a staple of Australian currency. The 1988 version follows the same design, but due to certain minting or environmental factors, some of these coins exhibit a golden hue, making them stand out among standard silver-colored cupro nickel coins. Let's break down the design of this unique coin. On the reverse side, we have the iconic lyre bird, a design created by Stuart Devlin. The lyre bird, known for its ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds, symbolizes the rich wildlife of Australia. This elegant depiction with its long, intricate tail feathers makes the coin instantly recognizable. Flipping to the obverse, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maklouf. This portrait was used on Australian coinage from 1985 to 1998. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, ASRAAL. Now let's talk about what makes this particular coin unique, the golden shade. While the 10-cent coin is usually composed of cupronickel, some pieces exhibit a gold-like tone. This can be attributed to environmental exposure, oxidation, or a possible minting anomaly. Although not an official variation, these coins are highly sought after by collectors due to their unusual appearance. So, how much is this coin worth today? The value of the 198810 golden shaded coin varies based on its condition and rarity. In fine condition, it typically sells for $66,000. However, in higher grades, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, prices can range $68,000. If you have one that has been graded and authenticated by a professional service, it could fetch even more in the collector's market. For those looking to add a distinctive piece to their collection, this golden-hued 10-cent coin is an exciting find. While it may not be an official mint error, its unusual tone makes it a great conversation starter in any numismatic collection. That wraps up our deep dive into the Australia 10 cents 1988 coin with a golden shade. It's a unique and fascinating piece that holds historical and collectible value. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of Australian numismatic history, the Australia 10 cents 1999 coin, particularly those with brown spots in very fine condition. If you have one, stick around because we'll discuss its history, design, special features, and most importantly, its collector's market value today. Let's get started. To understand the significance of this coin, we first need to look at its historical context. The Australian decimal currency system was introduced in 1966, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The 10-cent coin has been an essential part of this system since its inception. By 1999, Australia had firmly established its modern currency system, and the Royal Australian Mint continued to produce coins with high-quality standards. The 1999 Australia 10-cent coin was particularly rare in terms of mintage numbers, but coins with distinctive features such as brown spots have piqued the interest of collectors. These spots are typically caused by oxidation or environmental exposure, making each piece slightly unique. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this fascinating coin. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Stuart Devlin, features an intricate lyrebird, a native Australian species known for its ability to mimic sounds. The lyrebird's detailed feathers and elegant pose make it one of the most recognizable elements in Australian numismatic art. Surrounding it, the denomination 10 is prominently displayed, ensuring easy identification. Now, flipping to the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, replaced the earlier Meissen and Gottwald designs. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 1999. Over time, some 1,999 Australia 10-cent coins have developed brown spots. These spots are generally caused by oxidation, prolonged exposure to moisture, or poor storage conditions. While they do affect the aesthetic appeal, they also make the coin more unique and can sometimes add character to its appearance. Collectors often look for well-preserved specimens with minimal discoloration. So, how much is this coin worth today? The value of the 1999 Australia 10-cent coin with brown spots depends largely on its condition. In very fine condition, it typically sells for $54,000. However, in uncirculated or proof condition, the price can go up to $56,000 or more, depending on demand. Coins with rare toning patterns may fetch even higher prices among specialized collectors. For those looking to invest in Australian decimal coins, this is still an affordable yet intriguing piece to add to a collection, and if you have one in top condition, it might hold even more value. That wraps up our deep dive into the Australia 10 cents 1999 coin, especially those with brown spots in very fine condition. It's a unique piece of history, and whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin remains a valuable find. Next up, we're exploring a fascinating piece of Australian numismatic history, the Australia 10 cents 1981 coin, particularly those with unique reverse side dots. If you have one in very fine condition, you're in for a treat as we uncover its history, design, special features, and its big collector's market value today. Let's get started. The 10-cent coin has been a staple of Australian currency since decimalisation in 1966. However, the 1981 issue is particularly interesting due to its production at multiple mints, including the Royal Australian Mint, the Royal Mint in Wales, and the Royal Canadian. These variations have led to fascinating differences in the coin's design and features, with the most notable being the presence of reverse side dots on certain coins. Understanding where your 1981 Australia 10-cent coin was minted can significantly impact its rarity and value. Coins with unique dot variations on the reverse side are particularly sought after by collectors. Now let's examine the design of this intriguing 10-cent coin. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic lyrebird, a magnificent Australian native species known for its ability to mimic sounds. Designed by Stuart Devlin, this imagery has been used since the coin's inception. However, in some 1981 versions, collectors have identified small dots on the reverse side, which are believed to be minting anomalies or die characteristics. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 1981. This effigy was widely used before being updated in later decades. One of the most intriguing aspects of this coin is the presence of reverse side dots. These dots vary in number and position, often appearing near the lyrebird's tail or around the rim. Some experts believe they resulted from die wear or minting errors, making them rare and collectible. So, how much is this coin worth today? The value of the 1981 Australia 10-cent coin with reverse side dots depends on its condition. In very fine condition, these coins typically sell for $58,000. However, if you have a higher grade version, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, the value can jump significantly, with some rare specimens fetching up to $60,000 or more. For collectors, identifying and preserving these coins is crucial. If you have a version with clear reverse side dots and minimal wear, you may have a highly desirable collectible on your hands. That wraps up our in-depth look at the Australia 10 cents 1981 reverse side dots coin. Its unique design variations and rarity make it a must-have for numismatists. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of Australian numismatic history, the Australia 10 cents 1976 coin, particularly those with a brownish shade and in fine condition. Stay tuned as we explore its history, design, special features, and most importantly, its collector's market value today. Let's get started. The Australian decimal currency system was introduced in 1966, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence. The 10-cent coin was among the first decimal coins minted, maintaining its iconic design throughout the years. In 1976, the Royal Australian Mint produced the 10-cent coin, with a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Over time, due to environmental exposure and circulation, some of these coins developed a brownish tone, a characteristic that intrigues many collectors today. The brown discoloration occurs primarily due to oxidation and prolonged exposure to moisture. This phenomenon is common among nickel-based coins, but it doesn't necessarily diminish their collectible appeal. In fact, some collectors find these aged stones visually unique. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this classic Australian 10-cent coin. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Stuart Devlin, features a superbly detailed image of a lyrebird. This native Australian bird is known for its impressive ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds. The intricate feather details in the design make it one of the most recognizable features of Australian coinage. Below the lyrebird, the denomination 10 is prominently displayed. Now, flipping to the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. This portrait was first introduced in 1966 and continued to appear on Australian coins until the mid-1900 ADS. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Alsraria, and the year 1976. The rimmed edge provides a distinctive border, ensuring durability and ease of stacking. What makes some of these 1976 Australia 10 coins special is their brownish patina. Over decades, exposure to air, humidity, and handling has led to this oxidized appearance. While some might see this as wear, collectors appreciate the natural aging process that gives coins a unique character. Now, the big question: how much is this coin worth today? The value of the 1976 Australian 10-cent coin varies depending on its condition. In fine condition, with noticeable wear and a brownish tone, these coins generally sell for $70,000. However, if you have one in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value can jump to $73,000 or more. Certified high-grade specimens in pristine condition may fetch upwards of $75,000, especially if they have unique toning or errors. For those looking to invest in Australian decimal coins, this 10-cent piece is an affordable yet historically significant item. Even if it has a brown patina, its collector appeal remains strong. That wraps up our deep dive into the Australia 10 cents 1976 coin with a brown shade. It's a fascinating piece of history, and even with its natural aging, it holds great numismatic and sentimental value. Next up, we're diving into a unique and intriguing Australian coin, the 1989 Australia 10 cents coin, known for its reverse side with brown spots. If you have one in fine condition, stay tuned because we'll explore its history, design, special features, and most importantly, its collector's market value today. Let's get started. To understand this coin, we first need to look at the historical background. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when the country transitioned to decimal currency. The 1989 issue came at a time when Australia was experiencing economic shifts and advancements in minting technology. While it was a standard circulation coin, some of these pieces have developed distinctive brown spots over time, making them stand out among collectors. The Royal Australian Mint, responsible for producing these coins, maintains strict quality control. But environmental factors and storage conditions have led to some coins displaying these unique discolorations over the years. Now let's take a closer look at the design of this 1989 Australia 10-cent coin. The reverse side of the coin was designed by Stuart Devlin, one of Australia's most celebrated coin designers. It features an intricate lyrebird, a species native to Australia known for its ability to mimic sounds. The level of detail in the lyrebird's feathers showcases Devlin's artistic mastery. The denomination 10 is prominently displayed below the lyrebird. Now, flipping to the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. This portrait, used on Australian coins between 1985 and 1998, presents the Queen wearing the royal diadem. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 1989. Some of these coins, particularly those exposed to moisture or stored in less than ideal conditions, develop brown spots over time. These spots are typically caused by oxidation or impurities in the metal composition. While this does affect the overall grade of the coin, it does not necessarily reduce its historical interest among collectors. In fact, coins with unique toning or patina can sometimes be more desirable. So, how much is this coin worth today? The value of the 1989 Australia 10-cent coin depends largely on its condition. In fine condition, with some visible wear and brown spots, it typically sells for $48,000. Rare error varieties, or those with distinct toning patterns, can sometimes fetch even higher prices among specialty collectors. For those looking to invest in Australian decimal coins, the 1989 Australia 10-cent piece remains an accessible and historically significant addition to any collection. And if you happen to own one in a high-grade condition, it could be worth even more in the future. That wraps up our deep dive into the Australia 10 cents 1989 coin. It's a fascinating piece of numismatic history, and even if it has brown spots, it still holds great value among collectors. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating numismatic piece, the Australia 10 cents 1998 coin. If you have one with brown dots on the obverse side and in very fine condition, stay tuned as we explore its history, design, special features, and most importantly, its collector's market value today. Let's get started. The 10-cent coin has been a staple of Australian currency since the introduction of decimalisation in 1966. The 1998 issue came at a time when Australia was experiencing economic growth and preparing for the new millennium. These coins were minted by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and are part of the standard circulation coins featuring the iconic lyre bird on the reverse. Now let's take a closer look at the design of this 1998 Australia 10-cent coin. The reverse side of the coin features an elegant depiction of the lyre bird, an Australian native species known for its mimicry skills. The design, created by Stuart Devlin, has remained unchanged since 1966 and is one of the most recognizable features of Australian coinage. Below the lyre bird, the denomination 10 is prominently displayed. Now, flipping to the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait was introduced in 1998, making this coin the first 10-cent piece to feature this updated effigy. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 1998. Some of these coins, especially those exposed to moisture or certain environmental conditions, develop brown oxidation spots over time. These brown dots are usually caused by exposure to humidity, handling, or impurities in the metal composition. While this does affect the coin's overall grade, it does not necessarily diminish its historical and collector value. Now, let's talk about how much this coin is worth today. The value of a 1998 Australia 10-cent coin in very fine condition, even with brown dots, typically ranges $45,000. However, if you have a mint state or proof version, prices can go significantly higher, reaching up to $47,000 or more, depending on demand and rarity. Collectors and investors often seek high-grade examples for their collections. If you have a well-preserved piece or an error coin from this year, it could fetch a premium price in the numismatic market. That wraps up our deep dive into the Australia 10 cents 1998 coin. Even with brown dots, it remains a valuable and fascinating piece of numismatic history. Do you have one in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more coin content. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!